up, guys? Welcome to Faith Family Homestead.
So we are outside in the garden. As you can see, it's about 7:30 in the morning, which is probably the earliest I've ever brought you to the garden. Actually, it's 7:29. It's probably the earliest I ever brought you to the garden with me. But it's that time. It's getting summertime where everything's like really hot by 9 o'clock. And so I wanted to get out here. We do have a lot of harvesting to do, and so that's what we're going to take you with us first and start harvesting. And then I have some garden maintenance and stuff like that I need to do, and we'll see what we get done. But first, the harvesting, because that's the most important thing. So these tomatoes that Nehemiah is picking is called the Trustland, and I've never grown it before, even though I've had the seeds. Let me see, Nia. Because people have talked about how tedious they are to pick, and they are really tiny. But I grew them for the first year this year, and they are super tiny. So this next one is called Mexican Midget, and I have grown that one before.
It's called Mexico Midget.
It's called Mexican Midget. And then we have some more golden nugget, which this was my first tomato. All the orange ones are ready. Look how creepy, something legit just ate this tomato. It looks so weird. We have this is supposed to be an orange tomato, and it's turning orange. I'm gonna leave it and hopefully nothing gets to it. But I see down here that this Wisconsin 55 right here, we have our first Rutgers, which is an indeterminate or determinate tomato. So our first determinate tomato. Yay! It's a paste. So our first basket of tomatoes, that's amazing. What'd you say?
I said there's a squash right there and a looking watermelon baby right there.
Oh, that's a winter squash. But there is a big squash that I guess I forgot to pick right here. You can twist it off.
Ouch. That hurt.
Wow, yeah, that's huge. You put that. We'll put that one in the big harvest basket. Oh, you can get that circle one too. Cool. So the bugs have finally come to take over my squash. You can see all the nymphs down there. And you can see, looks like the vine borer is trying to get in here. And so squash production in this bed is slowing down.
There's a pumpkin.
No, that one's not a oh wait, is the pumpkin vine coming over here? No.
It's not a pumpkin?
It's a winter squash, which is like a pumpkin, but no, it's not a pumpkin. The pumpkins are over there. You see the white ones?
Ooh.
But those aren't ready, but...
Is that green? Ooh, Mommy, look at that fat thing.
That's a pumpkin, too.
Is this supposed to change color?
Yeah, it will.
And a green one.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that squash right there. It's huge. You see it?
It's funny. Whoa, look at that big fat one, Mommy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's huge. This
That
one's
has-
shaped super weird.
This one has granny lines on it. Looks like it's pregnant or something.
Wow, yeah. So these are like butternut squashes and whatever else. Winter squash. We have to take a pit stop over at the zinnias. I know we're supposed to be harvesting, but the zinnias. Let's talk about these. Oh my goodness. The Japanese beetles are eating them, but look how pretty these are.
Yeah.
And my favorite, you don't just flick them, you need to like kill them or something. My favorite is this red one, and we only have one of them. So sad.
Whoa.
It's so pretty though.
Yeah.
These are so pretty. I'm so happy about this bed.
Ooh, they're growing right there.
Finally, they're trying to grow.
Yeah, drop some seeds in there. Ooh, there's wasps on those, Mommy.
Wasps? Those aren't wasps. Those are squash bugs. Okay, so this is good to know. Yeah, I did see watermelon. This is good to know. I planted corn from corn I had last year, and of course there's weeds in this bed, but the corn is actually coming up. I can see a lot of them. That's good to know. Oh yeah. Yep. Trombonzino squashes.
This is stuck.
They can come out somehow. So there's lots of cucumbers in here, but...
Where's the yellow one?
Huh?
The yellow one.
We'll leave that one since it's already got really big.
There's a
And that yellow one, and we'll save it for seeds.
Oh, there's a green one.
That big fat one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one, but if there's any smaller ones in here...
There's another one.
Yeah, like there's some here that we can pick.
Right here?
Let me see. Yeah, you can pick that. And
Ouch.
these two.
This is spiky.
So, although we have lots of cucumbers, the bugs are now starting to form, which they were eating the amaranth, but now they've come over here, the little nymphs and the squash bugs, but they're not eating the plants. There's literally no holes in my cucumbers, so I don't know. But there's lots of cucumbers still. That's pretty heavy. Next stop, green beans. Which I can already see. There's so many purple ones hanging. This is something I've never grown before. It's pimento. I didn't know that a pimento pepper looked just like a regular bell pepper. I mean, unless I mislabeled this, I'm gonna have to look this up and see what a pimento pepper actually looks like. Look how pretty this cayenne purple is. I've never grown it before, but definitely looks spicy and pretty though. So this is my second spicy pepper bed, and we do have some more shishitos in here, which are pretty big. Like, those are some jumbo shishitos, but definitely bigger than I've grown in the past. This is something new for me as well, a paprika plant. And I think this is supposed to turn red, if I'm not mistaken. Some of these things are my first year growing them, so I have to look them up and see what they're supposed to look like. I can't wait for this Cherokee purple to turn purple. My friend gave me seeds from this that she grew in her garden last year. I've never grown it before, but wait and patiently. Okay, I do see some bell peppers. They're not the biggest. I'm debating about leaving them. This is a Hosinator, which is just a green bell pepper. We also have a King Arthur, which is a green bell pepper. And then I see, so that's called, it's labeled Purple Beauty, but I don't think it's a Purple Beauty, that yellow one, because it's not purple and the leaves are not purple. But I do see some other big bell peppers in here. Maybe I'll pick those. Like this one looks, let's pick it. This will be our first bell pepper that we've picked. Oh, that's really good. This one's a Hosinator as well. I got this from Hoss Tools. It's really pretty. So happy. Oh my goodness, this is the biggest one. That looks like the store. That's wild. That one was called Joe's Big, I think it was called Joe's Big Blocky Red. It sure is big, I'll tell you that. It's not red because I didn't let it turn red, but it is sure pretty. Like, that is amazing. Yay. There's some other ones in here. I have to get in here and weed also. There's some weeds trying to come through. Y'all, I have not grown a bell pepper in this garden. And it's been 3 years. I've grown bell peppers previously, but my first bell pepper. So I definitely didn't bring out a big enough harvest basket. I bought these out for the tomatoes, but I wasn't expecting so many shishito peppers. And then now I have all of these peppers. So I'm gonna go see if I can find another harvest basket, because there's more peppers in here that I want to pick. And they're not gonna fit in here. And my girls already filled the other basket with the squashes we picked, the cucumbers, and now they're filling it with green beans. So let me see if we can find us another basket. So I got us this basket. So now we can do some harvesting. I'm gonna pick this plant that said it was Purple Beauty, because I legit don't think this is Purple Beauty, because Purple Beauty starts out purple and the leaves are purple and this is not. So, but I know it's not a spicy pepper, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick them. This is another bell pepper called Emerald Giant, which is not as giant as, what did I pick? This was the Blocky's Big Red, but it could just be because it's the first one. How about whatever this is? Is huge. I'll leave that one. But check out these marigolds. I don't know if this is the giant white I put here. Whatever they are, they're the tallest marigolds I've planted, and I probably wouldn't have planted them here if I would have known that they were going to scour over or tower over my peppers. I thought I was planting the shorter varieties, but guess not. So this plant has loads of these peppers, but they're called Tequila Sunrise and they're supposed to be orange, so I'm gonna leave them. There's another one behind there. And then this Mama Mia Rosa, I think it's supposed to be red, so I'm gonna leave this to turn orange. And I think this one is supposed to be orange as well, but we have some yellow ones back here. This is called Golden Sunrise. I mean, and it is definitely golden and pretty. Looks like one was eaten, and then let's see, this one's squished right in the middle. Ugh. Oh my goodness, it's stuck. So not the biggest, but maybe I'll leave that one to get a little bigger. But that's pretty. This holy stuff you see in here is morning glory trying to take over. Ugh, so gonna have to get in here and weed because they're all around the edges. This is gonna be my best pepper harvest year. Like, the plants just look healthy. You can see the morning glory is trying to vine. But the plants just look very, very healthy on both sides. They're bigger on this side than on this side, but this side still looks good. And I've gotten some peppers from here. This is the middle where we've talked about where the soil is that soil that I just put in the fall. And I think it was either just compost or horse manure. I didn't mix it with anything. And so you can see that's having an effect. Whereas this soil on both sides where the beds, the individual beds, this was a pathway. And the soil is really struggling in this area. But check out that fish pepper. I'm just growing it because it's beautiful and variegated. I actually think it's time to pull my garlic. You can see that. So elephant garlic and hardneck garlic, put off these scapes. I've waited too long for this. Like, they're already trying to flower, but this is the size you would want to pick it at.
Those ones always flower.
And you can use these, but they're basically all dead. Like, oh yeah. And I did pick one the other day. I don't know if that's an elephant garlic or not, but I'm just gonna need to come in here and pick this garlic. I did pick one from there, and I did see that it was probably a little bigger than this, but now it makes me want to come in here and harvest the rest. Like, that's completely died back. Oh my goodness. That's the biggest elephant garlic I've grown. Yay! This smaller one could have just been a regular like hard neck or soft neck garlic, because I did have some of those, but that one next to it is definitely a an elephant garlic. But I am not ready to pick garlic yet, but that just lets me know that I do need to come out here and pick all of this garlic and de-weed this bed, and then we'll just have the tomatoes in here with the basil. And I did see that some of the, where was I? Oh, right here. This is a dwarf tomato right here called the Dwarf Pink Passion, and it has tomatoes on it, so that's definitely about 10 pounds of green beans. The other day we came out here and picked 11 pounds and it looked like that, so that could possibly be 10 pounds. So I'm definitely not complaining about the amount of harvest that I've been getting, but it's been very hard to keep up with these green beans. They're giving me, once they started out like 1 pound, then 2 pounds, and then immediately after that, it was 1 pound, 2 pounds, then 6 pounds, then 11 pounds, now like probably 11 pounds again. And the amount that it takes to keep up with this has been insane. But I've harvested, well, I've canned 18 pints and 7 quarts, and this will probably, I'll probably try to do quarts again. The only reason why I was canning pints was because that's what I had. But I definitely want to keep to canning the quarts because those are bigger, and if I make this for my family, like for dinner, it would probably definitely use 2 pints, so I'll just keep to canning the quarts. But these are 2 3x15 beds, and then plus the pole beans, and there's some that just got too big and we're leaving those and saving them for seeds, but still there's lots and lots of green beans in here. Let me see that one right there. Yeah, let me get that. So like this has like the purpley stripes. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's really pretty. So I'm only canning the green beans. The purple ones I'm going to, I have a bag. I did give some away, but I have a bag, a gallon size bag that I want to saute and then use it as seasoning and freeze dry like I did last year. But the ones that I'm canning are the green ones. I just went back outside to the garden and now picked blueberries, and I've realized that I never signed off on this video. We've been sitting in here. I weighed all the produce. That was about 10 pounds of green beans, I think 2 or 3 pounds of peppers, I can't remember. Definitely over a pound of shishitos, over a pound of tomatoes, and I have not weighed the cucumbers or the squash yet, but my girls are working on cutting off the tops off of, and eating blueberries, cutting off the tops off all of the green beans because we're gonna go ahead and can them. The purple ones, like I said, we're keeping in a Ziploc bag because gonna do a freeze dry project with those, but everything looks really, really pretty. So now that we've probably picked the most in weight, because the other day when I picked 11 pounds of green beans, I thought that was my biggest harvest because we did pick cucumbers and stuff as well. But I would say right now, today would probably be our biggest harvest to date, because we've gotten not only the 10 pounds of green beans, but we've gotten the peppers, both spicy and sweet peppers, the tomatoes, cucumbers, and squash. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. I'm going to start, as my girls are picking the tops off of these green beans, I'm going to start getting some canner jars ready. That is basically how I've been keeping up with the harvest, is by right away making sure that I'm, especially with like 10 and 11 pounds of green beans, I can't put those in the refrigerator. So I've been trying to can them right away and do something with them right away. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, and well, and my girls, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye. Bye. Bye.